Good morning. Welcome to Spirit360 Fellowship. We are an online spiritualist church created for spiritual but not religious people seeking spiritual answers and spiritual solutions to life's problems. We're glad you found us. If you're looking for an online spiritual community, consider subscribing to this channel and joining our community of like minds and kindred spirits seeking these spiritual solutions to your life's problems through practice, through skills development, not simply worship and celebration of something higher than yourself, but rather something within yourself that you can access on command. Again, welcome. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I train old souls, empaths, and highly sensitive people how to develop their psychic and healing abilities into displayable, on-command skills. I'm the spiritual director at Spirit360 Fellowship. This is a pre-recorded version of our live Zoom services that we conduct at 7:30 and 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time. If you would like to join us live and perform these practices inside the space of the community, inside the space of the fellowship, go to spirit360.org and click the Get Your Invite button, and we will email you instructions how to join us via Zoom. Again, welcome. Today's agenda is a 10-minute stillness meditation practice followed by a guided spiritual energy visualization. After that, I will share this week's lesson, which is how to take your spiritual, vibrational energy healing to the next level. How do you make it real? Followed by an absence healing service where you can send healing energies to 3 of your friends and loved ones if you are here with us live. We wrap things up with messages from our spirit guides and teachers. If you join us live via Zoom, you will be offered a message for your highest and best good. And today, on this pre-recording, I will share a message for all of our highest and best good using a technique called inspirational speaking. And finally, we set an intention for the week so you can take your steps powerfully towards bringing about the life you want. Again, we're glad you joined us, and I hope to see you live within one of our Zoom services. At Spirit360 Fellowship, we practice a Zazen style of total stillness meditation. We found this is the quickest way to train your mind to quiet itself so you can access those things spiritual. We begin with Reverend Bradley's request. It's a simple way to ground yourself and anchor yourself to set an intention for your practice. Then we do 5 minutes of focused concentration where you hold a spot in your mind's eye to the exclusion of all other thoughts for the period. Then you'll hear a second bell, and on that second bell you release that spot and you allow your mind to drift into silence. At the end of that 5-minute session, you'll hear a bamboo clap, and you want to stay in a quiet, receptive place for our guided healing practice. If you know Reverend Bradley's request, please follow along. Otherwise, listen to the words and allow them to inspire your practice. Open, O Blessed Spirit, the spiritual eyes of my soul, that I may be released from the darkness overspreading me by the delusions of the outward senses, that I may perceive and understand those things spiritual. and complete your meditation. Allow yourself to shift your body if needed, but keep your mind in a quiet place, a place of quiet receptivity, a place of thinking tranquility, a place I like to call the eye of the storm, because the chaos of the world is still at arm's length. But more importantly, the tempest of your thinking and emotions is quieted. At this threshold between your body and your spirit exists a safe harbor, a spiritual stronghold, your own personal ashram, spiritual practice center. Very good. The intention for this healing is to restore harmony and bring about health, wellness, complete peace of mind and well-being. And as we move forward into this practice, realize that this is one of the cornerstones of your spiritual growth and development and self-care. And I want you to put your hands together. And as you put your hands together, I want you to feel what is happening between them. For me, it's a slight tingling sensation, and it feels like a little pressure between my palms and my fingers. This is my vibration. This is my aura C, my color aura, a function of my physical body interacting with one another. And as I hold it here and I make it more tangible, more real, by adding a little energy into it, by feeling it more solid, I want to now change the color to a brilliant white light. It's like a small sun between my hands. Brilliant white, luminescent, a glowing orb of healing energy, a combination of all healing vibrations presented as a brilliant white light. My mind creates this. My mind's focus holds it. It's a combination of all of the healing vibrations pulled from the energy around me, the psychic and spiritual energy around me. And as you make it solid and real, tangible, and it becomes a little bit heavy with your arms holding it here, feel its warmth, its texture is ideally suited for you and your well-being. And now I want you to move your hands towards the top of your head. And as you move your hands to the top of your head, I want you to push that light into your scalp. Touch your palms to your scalp, release the energy ball. Return your hands to a comfortable position. Now within your cranium is this brilliant white healing luminescence, this healing energy, and I want you to release that energy. And as you release that energy, it spreads from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Every nook, cranny, every atom, every cell is being restored to harmony, matching ideally to your genetic code. Every molecule of your body vibrates at your perfect vibration, the essence of you. And all of this work happens within your spirit body. And as you pay attention to this energy recharging, revitalizing your spirit body, notice you've got a spiritual battery indicator, how much it's charged, and it's rapidly approaching 100%. This pure healing luminescence is pervading your body in the most positive, beautiful, harmonious way. And as you scan your body from the top of your head and down to the soles of your feet, notice how well it's working. And you may notice that there are an area or two that may still need a little touch-up, may need a little extra boost of TLC. And in that case, I want you to make a ball again. And as you make that ball, brilliant white luminescence, a little mini sun, then push it into whatever area of your body you need it to go. And that sun seeks that area out and releases that healing luminescence into that area of your body. Healing, restoring, correcting any and all disharmony. And notice your spiritual battery charger is at 100%. And as you take a deep breath in, scan your body again and notice how wonderful it is. Fog, pain, discomfort gone. your spirit body is fully restored to its genetic perfection. And as that genetic perfection within your spirit body resonates, it begins to manifest health and well-being in your physical body. And over the next few days will materialize health and well-being within your physical body. And as you take a deep breath in, scan your body again, smile at the work you did, at the gift of love you've given yourself, at the ultimate self-care ritual and practice you can conduct. And take a deep breath in, and as you take a deep breath in, again, marvel and wonder at the work you've done. And let's solidify this work with a couple of affirmations. You can either follow along with mine or use your own, whatever works best for you. I am well. I am greatly loved. I am healthy. I am enough. I am worthy. I deserve health. I deserve wealth. I deserve love. I produce right meditation. I engage right thought. I take right action. I cause good karma. I am the one. I am greatly loved. I am healthy. I am well. And together we say, and so it is. And as you start to open your eyes and get grounded back into the here and now, I want to applaud and acknowledge you for doing the two main cornerstones of your spiritual growth and development. A stillness meditation practice followed by a guided spiritual healing practice. And we recommend you meditate twice each day. And I prefer to do a guided healing visualization like that. I do it all mentally. I don't listen to the words, but I'll take the energy and direct it through my body after I lay down before I go to sleep. And I drift off to sleep with those healing affirmations ringing true in my ears, allowing my body to materialize wellness as I sleep. I don't want to leave this space. Thanks for joining us for this guided healing and meditation practice. If you would like to subscribe to our channel, please do. Every week we share guided healing and meditation practices as part of our Sunday services. And as you become more adept and practice at them, you'll find that the benefit is cumulative. It's like a leaking faucet that drips into a bucket. It doesn't appear to do much at first, but with regular drip, drip, drip of meditation and healing, you'll notice that your bucket will soon overflow. My highest blessings, and we will see you next. You could know and know that you know that the spiritual and vibrational energy you use to heal yourself is real, is tangible. Would you like to find out how to do that? In this week's spiritual lesson, I show you exactly how to do that. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I'm the spiritual director of Spirit360 Fellowship. And at Spirit360 Fellowship, we train you to start developing your psychic and healing abilities into tangible, displayable, on-command skills. By so doing, you learn the language of spirit. Once you know the language of spirit, you can easily find the spiritual answers and solutions you're seeking to life's problems. Welcome. We're glad you found us, yet not at all surprised that you did. If you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel. to join our community of like minds and kindred spirits as we walk individual but parallel paths towards spiritual. Said that music, and that's where I want to start in today's lesson about how do you start to make your spiritual and vibrational healings real. Most of the time, the vibrational healings are not spiritual at all. They are grounded in the realm of the physical three-dimensional world. They are perceived and mastered and understood and generated by your physical body and your physical senses. Sound healing, chanting, mantras, music, dance, drum circles, all of these wonderful rhythmic type of experiences generate a sounds that soothe the savage. We are beasts, and many of us are quite savage. On the inside is anything but. So as you begin to explore what's beyond the physical relaxation, the physical soothing of the savage beast, that's what I wanted to share with you today. How do you begin to tap into the limitless source of psychic and spiritual healing energy? And fortunately, you've got the one thing you need, but it's untrained, is untapped for the most part. And that one thing you need is that exists in all of its capacity to imagine, to understand, and to communicate. With that set of tools, we can learn to directly create, project, and make real energy for many purposes, the most loving of which is healing. In just a moment, I will share with you a simple practice that makes energy real, but more importantly, shows you the power of your mind to do things that it's not supposed to be able to do. But it indeed can. And once you start to understand its power by mastering this practice, please realize you've only scratched the surface. You've only begun to open the door into a realm that very few have ever ventured into, and even fewer have mastered. That practice is psychokinesis. And psychokinesis is your ability to move objects with your etheric or your mental energy. Our introductory practice to begin to help you master your psychokinesis, your ability to move things with your mind, is a simple pinwheel. And this is this one's made out of tin, and we set it on this stand, and there's a wood block with a wood peg and a nail, and it goes on top of here. And our job is to direct with our mind's eye a energy beam that moves the pinwheel. Or you can take your hand and extend your fingers out, and as you extend your fingers out with your etheric body, your spirit body, you do so with enough power to move the pinwheel. Now, when I learned this, when I was taught this, I was told, this is the easiest thing in the world to move. Easiest thing in the world to move with your mind? Surely you jest. You're not supposed to be able to do that. But it is indeed possible. Fortunately, that became my first psychic superpower. The first thing I could do on command. And it's been my go-to ability since 1987 when I first learned how to do it. And here's the part I want you to understand. Once you make this pinwheel and you start to learn how to move it on command, that's the same mental control. That's the same mental energy. That's the same mental process that you apply energy to your body for healing. So transcending sound and physical vibrations, there's something else possible. And it's your mind's ability to harness and direct energy in tangible ways to impinge the physical world that starts to train you on how to take the energy for healing to make it as real and tangible enough to start affecting direct changes in your physical body. Spiritual, vibrational, energy healing treatments. And the treatment part is where I want to focus, because so many of us get wrapped up in the treatment of the physical body. We never train our mind to be well. This practice begins to train your mind to do what you ask it to do when you want it done. And just like if you were going to train a puppy, it takes deliberate practice. It takes an intention to have the puppy trained. But remember, the puppy's a beast. You are a beast. And even though you can train your body to be relaxed with all these wonderful sound healing modalities, it's not spiritual. Spiritual energy is created and directed by the mind as you intend. So master that pinwheel, move it on command. Notice that by applying that level of control and discipline into your spiritual healing, your vibrational healing, energy becomes real, and you begin to master your experience of being alive. In the comments below, let me know if you've already moved things with your mind, if it's a skill you already possess. Let me know your favorite healing methods that you're using right now, and I can help you see whether or not how we can apply this practice to making that healing more tangible, more real. If you found this video helpful and you plan to start practicing psychokinesis, give us a thumbs up. Let other old souls, empaths, and highly sensitive people know that you found this video helpful. Again, so consider subscribing to our community. And if you're interested in what Spirit360 Fellowship has to offer, go to spirit360.org, click the Get Your Invite button, and we will email you instructions to join us live via one of our Zoom services, so you too can see whether or not spiritualism is the right path for the next steps along your spiritual journey this lifetime. And until we connect again, get spirit strong. A few announcements. We are a donations-based organization. If you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description below for where you can make a donation. Your contributions are much appreciated. The other ways you can contribute is to subscribe to this channel, give us a like, give us the old thumbs up, make a comment below. You can also share what we're doing with your other spiritual communities online. Share a link to what we're up to. The next announcement is we have 3 aspects to the Spirit360 Fellowship. Spirit360 Fellowship is the community. It's the online front door, if you will, into our other aspects of our spiritual growth and development process and offerings. The second is Old Soul Academy. It's an online school we are launching very soon to help train and develop you to leverage your psychic and healing abilities into displayable on-command skills. And the last aspect is my personal coaching, teaching, and mentoring practice, where I help you get past what you know is possible, to start bringing about the life you incarnated to bring about, to experience what you incarnated to experience this lifetime. To answer 3 questions: who am I, why am I here, and where am I going, to give your life a sense of purpose and direction. Again, welcome. If you're joining us live, please participate in this absence healing service. If you're watching a recording and we're not live in the chat, then this isn't effective. That would simply be a prayer because the 3 essential parts are not present. We also offer absence healing during each one of our live Zoom services, so you can send healing to your friends and loved ones. As I mentioned, this is not prayer. Prayer alone doesn't work. If it did, there would be no illness, there would be no sickness in the world. But that's not the case, is it? So there's something else required. But that something else is offered for the highest and best good of the person you're sending the healing to, not your intention for them. So we have to provide what we can provide and trust them and their spirit guides and teachers to use the energy as they see fit, not as we see fit for them. It's kind of a hard thing to accept. I'm not saying stop your prayers. I'm just saying do this in addition to. The 3 components are simple. Yours is to hold an image of whomever you would like to send a healing to. You want to hold it in your mind's eye as though you're looking at a photograph or a picture of them, whole, complete, and perfect, happy on the best day of their life. You want to hold that image for about a minute. My job is to hold and project the healing energy. I will do that for 3 minutes so you can send healing to more than one person. Then in a brief opening prayer, I invite our spirit guides and teachers to take the energy I project and send it to those imaged for their highest and best good. I will be setting the timer. Every time you hear a bell, change the person to whom you'd like to send the healing to. And at the end, we'll wrap up with acknowledging and thanking our teachers. And please begin with a bell. I request our spirit guides and teachers take these healing energies as projected here this morning and send them to those imaged for their highest and best good, that they may experience health, harmony, complete peace of mind, and well-being. And I thank our spirit guides and teachers for their assistance in directing these healing energies for those imaged for their highest and best good. Amen. I acknowledge you for taking the time to share your love and acceptance of those in your life and sending them these healing energies. It's an active act of unconditional love. Thank you for being loving. Spirit360 Fellowship is an online, independent spiritualist church. As such, we practice mediumship, and mediumship is one aspect of your psychic abilities. Each Sunday, during our live services, we offer each person in attendance a message for their highest and best good from one of our spirit guides and teachers. In this pre-recorded version of our service, I will be offering a message to us all for our highest and best good, that we may experience what one of my spirit guides and teachers has to say on this, a Super Bowl Sunday, 2021. And Tao Chuan Ling steps forward. Hello, my friends. It is quite interesting to be here, speaking to you when you're not here. Simply the possibility that you will be here. So what do I say to someone who is here but not here? But after all, is that not how most of us are as we walk our lives? You're here but not here. Your body is where your body is, but your mind is often elsewhere, entertaining some other concern, some other worry, reliving something from the past or hoping something from the future will happen. Today, as many Sundays this entity has worked, is your Super Bowl, your competition to determine a winner after several months of hard work. And as this competition gets ready to happen, some of you are already worried about the right food, staying on your health regimen. Who will win? Who will win the money you place the bet on? But are you here now, in this moment, listening to what is being said? Consider this. When you align your mind and body in one place, to a single focus and a single intention, doing your job as your job right here and right now, then you can bring about excellent results. Many people who will be on the field of competition later today will indeed not have their mind in the game, but their game is clearly defined. Their jobs are well rehearsed and well practiced. They have people watching them to make sure they play by the rules. They have other people watching them hoping they win or hoping they lose. It is a orchestrated event created to entertain you. But as you allow yourself to be distracted by this entertainment, remember the lesson exhibited by those on the field today. They started with an ambition, a dream, often many decades ago, to play in the Super Bowl. And they did work. They had some luck. They persevered. They engaged themselves in training and development. And a few of them will make it here today. Many others will be watching from home, just as you will, because they did all the work, but they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. The lesson in this is simple. Find and do what you love. And by that I mean allow yourself to trust that part of you that knows things. Trust that part of you that speaks to you sometimes in your dreams when you're not distracted by something else. And whether or not that aligns with how you get paid or who you live with, know that the work you do is for you. Sure, it takes a team, it takes effort, it takes help to get things you want accomplished done. But the most important thing is that by having your mind and your body in the same place, doing the work to bring about the result you want, that result often is possible. But the part to really remember for all of those who had the dream of being in this Super Bowl and didn't make it, was their work in vain? And that's the part that has to be answered by you. Do you avoid playing because you may not win? Or do you do what you love, whether you win or not? My highest blessings. So I've got a very small tear in my eye. Now, that's a technique called inspirational speaking, and I'm partially aware of what he's saying in 3 or 4 word increments. So it's kind of like a moving target. He says it, I say it, but it doesn't go in my long-term memory, and I do my very best not to change it, but sometimes I'll lose focus. I think you saw that once or twice during the message. But there's a feeling that goes along with it, and as he's slightly in my vibration, so I can pay attention to what he's saying, that feeling gets conveyed through my body. And today's feeling was one of hope, right next to disappointment. So it's kind of like this yin-yang inside of me, where the white part was hope and the dark part was disappointment. And they were just this fine line kind of floating between it. And the feeling I'm interpreting is that, are we going to be pulled forward by hope or held back by disappointment? Thank you, Touch Wanley. I think that's the first time he's directly addressed the Super Bowl in all these years I've been doing this. So that's our spirit, our inspirational speaking. It's a message from one of my spirit guides and teachers in a very light form of trance. Each Sunday morning during our live Zoom services, we offer each of you a message from one of my spirit guides and teachers that's given to them by one of your spirit guides and teachers. And if you'd like to join us, go to spirit360.org, click get your invite button, and we will email you instructions how to join us live via Zoom. So you too can get a message from Spirit for your own highest and best good. Anyway, I'm babbling on. I'm still kind of in this, am I going to be pulled forward by hope or held back by disappointment? It's also interesting. I don't know if you could hear it in the audio recording, but there were some crows flying over. And so they got all these crows around here, caw, 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 caw. And then someone was backing up their car, and I heard backup, beep, beep, beep. The joys of making recordings. But that's how life is, isn't it? Sometimes things don't go exactly according to plan, and we be pulled forth by hope, and the hope that I communicate something with you that makes a difference for you in your life to help you find spiritual solutions. Or am I going to record this 5 or 6 or 10 times being disappointed it's not perfect each time? Anyway, that's my own personal stuff. Let's wrap up and close this service. And as we do this, we're going to try something that's kind of fun. And if you're live with us during this recording or during this playback, it's time for us to close the service. And we do this by setting an intention for the week. And if you're joining us live during this live stream, then you're welcome to join us. We also do the same process during our live Zoom services. So I want you to put your left hand out, and as you put your left hand out, I want you to lean over, and I want you to invite your teacher on your left. Yeah, there's one there, to hold your hand. For me, it's Nathan. If you don't know their name, just say, "Lefty, hold my hand." And lean over to the right with your right hand up and lean in and say, "Righty, hold my hand." And this is Tao Chuan Ling for me. And as you're connected with two of your teachers who love you unconditionally, allow them to make their presence known. And as you get grounded into this moment here and now, your mind and body present, connected with two entities who love you unconditionally, I'm going to invite our spirit guides and teachers to reach out across time and space and connect with each one of you that's live here now in this moment. And we're going to create a virtual circle across time and space connected by spirit, in spirit. And as the circle gets connected, feel the energy flow in through your right hand and out through your left hand, passing through you in a unconditional love space. Very good. And as we connect across time and space in this harmonious spirit circle, I want you to imagine that it's 1 week from today. Your team won the Super Bowl, but you've accomplished something you wanted to bring about. So go to 1 week from today and see that you have accomplished one thing that you wanted to bring about. How does that feel? What does it experience like having that completed in the books, off your list? Are you happy? Are you relieved? Are you vindicated? Are you comforted, fulfilled, satisfied? Whatever that experience of being is. Allow that to be your context for the week. So if you're happy is done, be happy all week. If you're fulfilled at the accomplishment, be fulfilled all week. If you're satisfied, be satisfied all week. That's your context. Every thought, every action happens within that context. You wake up in that context. You go to bed in that context. You do your meditation from within that context. Everything you do is experiencing that feeling of satisfaction, fulfillment, happiness, whatever it may be for you. And I invite our spirit guides and teachers connected with us right now to assist us during this week to bring forth this context, this intention, and help us open our eyes that we may see, our ears that we may hear, our minds that we may understand, but most importantly of all, our hearts, that we may give and receive love freely as we walk our path within this context to bring about what it is we want to experience, accomplish this week. And for a moment, allow yourself to be there. Very good. And as we conclude this service, I thank our spirit guides and teachers for connecting us across time and space, but more importantly, for choosing to be with us in this lifetime. Thank you. And as we release our spirit guides and teachers and close this circle, I want to thank you for your attention, your love, your support, and remind you that spiritual is as spiritual does.